Hi everyone, my name's Danny. I'm a trainer here at the University of Bath, and today I thought I would add to the program of videos that we've already got with another small workshop style thing. We're going to look at the squat. Okay, so last time I looked at a hip stretch, glute stretch that you might find in the yoga class itself. You'll also find deep squatting in a yoga class and in general in fitness. So if you want to help improve your deep squat sit in yoga, or deepen your squat with strength training or any kind of training you might be doing, have a watch and hopefully you'll find some useful tips. Okay, so to get ready, we'll start with the same thing I always start with, and that hands and knees position with the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. This will be important because this is the center point of everything that's going to occur in the squat. So we need to get ready in the lower back and the belly muscles. Taking a deep breath in, breathing out, rounding the back, breathing in, arching the back. Do that one more time, breathe out, rounding, and breathe in, arching. Neutral back, widen your knees against the ground, sit your hips all the way back. And by this point you should already probably feel the tightness. If you do have a problem in your squat, you can already feel it manifesting in just sitting back like this. So it's a good place to start to free things up, dropping down onto the elbows, relax your belly, weave the right shoulder through, and coming up, left shoulder through, and coming back up. Okay, once you've done that, bring your knees together under your hips. Take your right foot outside of your right hand. We'll start to warm up the hips a little bit to see if we can't get the squat a little bit deeper. Okay, reach up right arm and weave under the left armpit a few times. Bring the hand down, switch sides, left foot outside left hand, reaching up left arm, weave under right armpit. Bring the left hand down. Now tuck the right toe at the back and squeeze the right knee up off the floor. Right foot's going to step forward outside of the right hand, and you can see I'm not in a squat now, but most of the major squatting muscles are engaged. I'm going to try bending my knees and lifting the chest and coming into a hands off the floor squat. Now this is the ideal position for 90 degrees parallel. That might be okay, but you might want to also develop the ability to sit lower. If that's not happening just yet, let's start working on one area at a time. Okay, bring your hands back down, fold forward and straighten your legs completely, and do that a few times. Come into 90 and then fold forward. You feel that burn on the back of your legs a little bit. Okay, now come right back up out of the squat and check your foot position. It shouldn't have changed from when you were doing the ground hip stretch mobility stuff. So you should have feet hip width apart, roughly, toes pointing out at 45 degrees. Okay? Now, bring your hands back down on the inside of your feet. Squat down, push the knees out, and see if you're sitting any deeper. Keep your hands on the floor just to keep your balance. Let's see if we can free up some space in the ankle joints. Walk your hands forward until you come off of your heels. Now walk the hands to the left, in front of the left knee, and put all the weight into the left ankle. Not to the point that it's uncomfortable, but to the point where you can feel the muscles, the calf muscles, the lower legs, stretching out a little bit, if that's a tight point in your squat and preventing you from getting deeper. Now, walking to the right, hands in front of the right knee, heels are still off the ground, and you're leaning that body weight over onto the right side. Come back into the middle and walk the hands back in to set the heels down against the ground again. Breathe out and fold forward, just to reverse the tension. Bend the knees, look forward, stand all the way up, and shake your ankles off. Okay? Now, reset your stance, your foot position. Reach arms forward in line with your shoulder joint. Guide yourself down into 90 degrees. Hands on the floor for balance. And allow yourself to sit a little bit deeper. If you've got it by this point, I'll talk you through some ways to scale it up, make it a bit more difficult. If you're still finding that you're falling backwards or you don't have enough weight in your heels, you're going to have to start a little bit higher up with your hands still on the floor and just holding where you can, always insisting on heels on the ground and the knees pushed out. If I show you from the front, my knees come out in a diamond shape, so I've got the weight on the outside of my feet rather than knees caving inwards. And I've got the weight distributed across the whole foot. Okay? Coming back up. Now, if you manage to sit all the way down and keep your balance, you can work on this maybe to straighten up your back a little bit. Maybe you're all the way down, but you're kind of rounded over. Start by bringing your hands together, elbows onto the inside of the knees, and think about pushing your belly forward. You're going to feel that in the middle of your back, lifting your collarbone. Think of it as a back exercise now, where you're trying to create a feeling of tension across the spine. Hold that for a series of 20 seconds maybe. Bring your hands down, fold forward, stretch off. Bend the knees, sit back down again. Scale it up even further. Bring your hands together, push the belly forward. See if you can hold your arms up by your ears. This is going to put a lot of tension on the back. So you're changing your center of gravity. Still trying to keep the heels grounded and the belly forward. Holding for 20 seconds at a time. Bring the hands back down, folding forward. Bend the knees. Come back down to a kneeling position. A lot of that is going to fatigue muscles around here and around there. So in between bursts of intensity, just reset with a nice twist and you'll be fresh for the next set. Okay? Hope that was helpful, guys. Try that out. See if you can get your squat a little bit deeper. Might be useful for the yoga class itself or as a warm-up to a weights routine. Have a go and see what you think.